Okay, hello everyone. We are live here today on our Eye Care Business live stream. My name is Erinn Morgan, and I am the editor-in-chief of Eye Care Business magazine. And I am very excited to be here today with my good friend and the CEO of the Vision Council, Ashley Mills. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today. We're excited to have a chat about Vision Expo together.
Thank you for having me. I am so excited, first of all, to see you, and second of all, to get to tell everyone about our plans for the show.
Well, thank you. It's so great to see you too. I see it looks like maybe you're in the office there at the Vision Council.
I am. So our offices are located right outside of Washington, D.C. So I'm in here getting ready for Expo coming up in 7 weeks.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be here before we know it, for sure. So, folks, for all of you watching here today, I can see there's a number of you here already. Thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate it. We're going to go through kind of a question and answer session with Ashley. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to type those into the comment bars in YouTube or on Facebook, wherever you're watching. And we can try to address those at the end if you do have questions about the show, kind of what's coming up and what's on tap for Vision Expo East. Super excited to, that we're getting back to the phase where we can have a show. So, and we also have some exciting giveaways that the Vision Council and Vision Expo East have been very generous to donate. So we have 2 single-day Disney park hopper tickets to give away as kind of our grand prize. And then we also have a $50 gift card to the Hampton Social, which is a nice meal there for sure. So to be entered into those giveaways, please just type your name and your practice name, or your your business, whether you're an optician or optometrist. Everyone is welcome to enter, but please just type your name and your practice name into the comment bar on Facebook and on YouTube. Feel free to also let us know what your town is, what city you're in. We'd love to know where everybody's kind of tuning in from. So thanks so much for joining us, and please tell us where you're from and type that into the comment bars there. So Ashley, again, thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to have these giveaways. We appreciate that. And we're super excited to really learn what's on tap here for the show. We've been all kind of locked down for so long. We've missed several shows. We haven't had any industry shows for a very, very long time. Hard to even imagine that would have ever been the case. But here we are. And, as folks are getting vaccinated and as case counts are going down, and, people are getting back to the business of going out and doing things and going to business meetings such as this. So can you just tell us a little bit about, so the show is going to be held June 2nd through 5th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. So can you just give us a little bit of a brief overview of the new Vision Expo dates, like kind of why those were chosen, and the venue? What is, where is the Orange County Convention Center? That's in Orlando. How did you guys come to choose that as the location?
Sure. Well, it wasn't a decision that we took lightly. We had originally planned to be in New York, and New York isn't ready to host visitors yet. So we looked at other cities that had been doing shows successfully, and we landed on Orlando. They have done over 50 trade shows in the last year completely successfully. They hold the highest level certification for safety. We also, as the hosts of the event, Vision Expo gets to set the safety protocols. And the airport itself in Orlando also holds the same designation, which is it's a long name that I'm going to look up. It is the Global Biorisk Advisory certification. So, we know that we can hold a safe business event and still have a great time in Orlando. And so we're thrilled that we're doing it. I think it was the right decision. We haven't had a show in over a year. This will be the first major trade show in over a year. And when I talk to our partners across the profession and the industry, they're making similar decisions. SECO is choosing to run. I'm thrilled that the American Optometric Association has decided to hold OM. They had to move it, but you have to make a decision where you can still hold your event, but you can hold it in a location that can accommodate the event. And that's exactly what we're doing. So this is our first time in Orlando. We are June 2nd through 5, and we're really getting a lot of positive feedback that it's going to be a great event.
That's fantastic. Well, and Orlando is certainly no stranger to hosting events, and certainly, you know, the convention center sounds like they've hosted quite a few events, you know, a large number of events safely over the past, you know, many months. So that is great to hear. So is the just to confirm for the show, so June 2nd through 5th, the first day is education, as it has always been. And that's kind of CE based courses that folks can view online and pick and choose what they'd like to attend.
Yep.
And then the 3rd through the 5th are the exhibit days on the show floor.
That's correct. It's a typical pattern, like what people are used to. So we'll start our education on the 2nd. We are thrilled to continue our partnership with Opticon. They'll have their Opticon hub on the show floor and also deliver optician re-education. We've also partnered with the Professional Opticians of Florida, as well as the National Optometric Association, who will be doing a dedicated block of education for their membership as well. So our education is going to kick off with a bang. For those who still aren't comfortable traveling, and I understand that that is reality, I think one of the silver linings, if there are any, I think there are a few, of what we've been through in the last year, is that we now know that we can reach people where they are on their terms. And so through our Vision Ed program and our Shop Vision online platform, we can still deliver education virtually as well as in person. And so we'll be able to deliver the show experience. I hope to see you all there in person. If you're not there yet, you can still access the show virtually on your terms.
That's fantastic to hear. You know, certainly some folks, and maybe folks that couldn't have gone to the show before anyway, you know, didn't have the means to do it or whatever. It's nice for them to be able to access that via platform. So that's great. So just as for our folks that are watching here, Ashley, visionexpoeast.com, is that where they would go to kind of get more info?
Correct.
I'll type that into
So
the
everything is there, our floor plan, our list of exhibitors, all of the education. We're continuing to update the programming that you can expect, and you can also find information on travel as well as our Vision Safe program. We are extremely focused on making sure that this is a very safe event in line with this most stringent protocols, but we know we can do it and still deliver a great experience for everyone who comes.
That is great to hear. And that is a great segue into my next question, because we know the health and safety measures continue to be a top priority, you know, for the show organizers. How did the Vision Council and Reed Exhibitions kind of pivot to organize this show? I mean, it must have been a Herculean effort to kind of, or maybe the convention center already had a lot of those things in place that were kind of, those things will probably just become, a lot of it will become standard moving forward. But to run the show in a safe and effective manner, can you just kind of tell us a little bit about Vision Safe program, the convention center, and what kind of COVID safety protocols are in place for those that may, you know, benefit from really having that knowledge?
Sure. I'm happy to tell you what you can expect when you arrive. By virtue of the fact that we are one of the largest and most prominent trade shows in the world, we're part of a group of large trade show organizers. And Reed Exhibitions really was leading the way on this. So we created Vision Safe. These protocols are the gold standard across the world. We encourage everyone to follow them. You can expect what you've been doing in your own businesses and practices and in your own life over the last year. We will ask for face coverings. That can be a mask or a shield. There will be a social distancing guideline of 6 feet. We will be sanitizing. We will have open spaces. It is. We will also be doing temperature screens when you arrive. It seems perfunctory at this point because we're all so used to it walking into our eye doctor's office or we're used to it, but it will be there and it will be enforced. This isn't a time to throw caution to the wind. This is a time to really make sure that we're providing a safe environment for our exhibitors and attendees. But I don't want you to think that that changes the fact that it'll still be a Vision Expo and it will still have that energy and excitement and dazzle effect that it always has had.
Well, and it certainly has. And it looks to me, from seeing all of the exciting announcements that are continually coming out, there's really great neighborhoods and fantastic kind of events, and the education, looks really robust. So can you, just on the education side, can you kind of tell us the educational program, which kind of, together with the Opticon, which you've been running for a couple of years now, at Vision Expo, that opens on the 2nd, as we just talked about. Can you just please tell us a little bit about the key education opportunities that people could experience if they do come to the show?
Absolutely. We will continue to deliver on our exceptional clinical education for the optometric and ophthalmologic side of the equation, as well as what we all agree is one of our strengths is the business education side. There's a tremendous emphasis continuing on fashion and marketing your practice. So it will be, I think it'll be tighter and it'll be more significant in that we've had to pare it down, but we've pared it down to what we know are the absolute core fundamental strengths that the show delivers on when it comes to professional education. And it will be available via Vision Ed as well if you can't be in person.
Oh, that's great. Okay, that's great to hear. So that's fantastic, a great educational component. And then the exhibit's open on Thursday, June 3rd. With the new show destinations in place and the show floor neighborhoods, which look really fun. Can you just please tell us a little bit about these new exciting formats that'll be at the show?
Sure. I think it comes down ultimately to the trends in retail and life and just what has been current and is current in just the global marketplace, and that's experience. And so we've redesigned the show floor to create very different experiential neighborhoods. So when we've curated who is in each neighborhood, it's designed to bring like brands, like products, like-minded designers, like innovation. The innovators will be in one neighborhood and the lens technology, and then the cutting edge designers will be in another. And I think that ultimately it makes the show floor more logical, but more than anything, we were going for the experiential value. And so when you walk through Vision Expo in Orlando, you will feel kind of that like subculture of the people and the companies and the brands and the brand promises that we've grouped together. And I'm even more, we wanted to launch this a year and a half ago, or not quite, in New York. We wanted to launch it. We've been waiting to launch it. I'm actually so thrilled that we're launching it now because after the incredibly disrupted, incredibly isolated, incredibly disconnected year that we had, each one of these neighborhoods, you'll walk in and you'll feel a sense of connection and community to the group of companies that you're talking to. And so I don't know that there's a better time to provide that community
Absolutely
to people.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. It sounds really fun, and also the connection point will feel so great, and even with the safety protocols in place, people will feel comfortable, But at the same time, we're also used to them, right? I mean, we're used to our masks. We're used to kind of, dealing with all of that. So it seems like it should be a seamless experience, for folks that are already used to having
Completely.
all of this in place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I want to just remind our viewers. Okay, so I have two more quick questions for Ashley here that we're going to cover, but I want to remind our viewers, and I see a lot of folks here. Thanks for joining us.
Good.
We do have, if you have any questions, type those into the comment bar. We can address those live here. Questions about the show, please let us know. And then we also have this awesome giveaway that the Vision Council has been so generous, and Vision Expo East has been very generous to put up here. So we have 2 single-day park hopper tickets to Disney. You can hop around to the parks, and then we also have a $50 gift card to the Hampton Social for a really nice meal. So just to be entered into that giveaway, just all you have to do is simply type your name and your business name or your practice name into the comment bar, and you'll be entered. I already see Amy here from Status Low. She has entered, so feel free, folks, just get on there and type your name and your business name into the comment bar. We will be pulling that drawing in 1 week from today. So we will notify the winners. We will list the winners on our social media channels. We get a lot of folks viewing these live streams after the fact. So we want to be able to enable them to enter as well. So we'll pull this in a week, but you have a last chance here to, while we're live, to go ahead and enter your name and your business name. So Ashley, and I'm, really excited to know about, even going forward, Vision Expo West in September in Las Vegas. So kind of what's on tap for the show there. You'll have had this kind of, under the belt with Vision Expo East, getting that done safely and securely and effectively. So kind of what's on tap for Vision Expo West.
Well, I have to say, I'm laughing a little bit because every time I talk about Vision Expo West, it's like urban legend continues to grow, and it hasn't happened yet. But there's certainly a lot of enthusiasm. Las Vegas is doing a beautiful job in reopening. We're seeing a lot of progress that we can really count on. The show is selling really well with exhibitors. We'll open, typically we don't open registration for that show until the summer. So we'll open, after Vision Expo East. But a lot of really cool things are happening in Vegas. So I can't promise that COVID will be behind us, but I know that we'll know how to do this really well. And, it'll be a great show. The stories I'm already hearing that haven't even happened yet are pretty exciting, but it will be what you've come to expect. It will be an amazing experience. We will run it with every safety protocol that we need to ensure the safety of our attendees and exhibitors. And I imagine that more people will feel comfortable at that time. We're watching, we're all kind of moving in this direction together. I'm seeing data from ECPs that continues to get more positive around travel and meeting in person. I'm talking to my members at the Vision Council, and their business is doing well. Then you look at the global trends in the US and the momentum. So I feel great about Orlando. I feel great about Vegas. We won't do anything that we can't do really, really well, but it looks really good.
That's fantastic. Well, I love to hear all of this. We're getting a lot of folks kind of commenting here, and we do have a great question. And I'll kind of wrap it up with that, and then I'll just ask you, Ashley, one more quick question at the end. But we have a question from Daniel Blint. Sorry, Daniel is from Acuity Pro, and he would like to win some Disney, which is great. So we'll get him entered in there. But he asks, would it be possible for the badges to have face shots so we can see a maskless version of the person? He said there seems to be a good idea used in many clinics, which is a great idea.
I think it is a great idea. So we'll definitely take that back to our team, depending on if you want to submit a headshot or take a photo when you do a touchless badge print. We'll figure it out, but I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
It is, isn't it interesting?
Very
Like especially folks that I've never met before.
Mhm.
It's like a whole different person, when the mask comes off. So yeah, we're living in a time of just half of seeing half. So that's a nice.
But it makes your eyewear more important.
Well,
right?
you know what? That's a very good point.
So it's good. In a way, it's great for us.
I think there'll be a lot of attention to the fog-free product solutions at the show. No doubt. So, and I'll give a quick shout out. We have our friend Audrey Pavia here from Tora. Hello, Audrey. Thanks for joining us. Donna Hudson from Broadway Mall Eye Care. Thanks for joining us, Donna. We'll get all you folks entered into the giveaway. And again, we'll be drawing that in 7 days from today on our social media. We use a random name generator and we kind of pull from there. So we'll pull one winner for the 2 Park Hopper tickets and one winner for the $50 gift card to the Hudson Social. So, Hampton Social. Another H word related to New York.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the website of that restaurant, and I would recommend just making outdoor reservations because it's outdoor. It looks great. A lot of good places to meet people with a social distance outside.
Yes, and outside, and that is another point. With Florida, it's easy to be outside, so that's a nice feature for sure. Yes, and I also see Sarah Hecker here from Prevent Blindness. Hi, welcome, Sarah. Thanks you all for joining us. So
thank you, Sarah, for doing the golf tournament.
Oh, that's right. Prevent Blindness is doing the golf tournament. So is that in the day before the show opens, as it had been?
I believe it's Wednesday.
Okay.
Thanks,
the Prevent Blindness golf tournament.
Again, when I talk to others, they've got their tee times all ready to go. And it's nice to talk to people about how excited they are to be together again.
Yeah.
I feel like that momentum is going to continue, and we've all been through this together, and we're going to get through it together. And I look forward to seeing you in Orlando.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Ashley. I really appreciate all the great info. We appreciate everybody here watching. I just want to remind folks that if they want more information, go to visionexpoeast.com. All the info is on there on the show and the education and the Vision Safe protocols and everything that, the neighborhoods and all that good stuff. So, so we'll be excited. I think we're going to be continuing to check in with you, Ashley, as things develop. So folks, stay tuned for more live streams to come on Vision Expo and with Ashley to learn more in the coming weeks. So thanks for joining us.
Erinn. Thanks for having me. Thank you all.
Great to see you. And one last jump in here, and my good friend, Angela Gerber. So thanks you for joining us. We appreciate it. So, all right. Well, we'll see everyone soon, and take care of yourself, and we'll hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you soon.